Welcome to another live stream watch-along reaction. Tonight we are watching and reacting to Panama versus Mexico in the CONCACAF Nations League 2023 third place game. Panama contra Mexico en la Liga de Nations de CONCACAF. Tres posición partido. Just live for this one. We could go straight to penalties after 90 minutes, depending on what happens. But first, we talk about Panama versus Mexico. In 10 minutes is the kickoff. It's on Golazo. Yeah, I know. I saw how it ended, and I hate to see that Croatia lost on penalties, but they finally lose a penalty shootout, and it's in a final, and they don't really look good, and Livakovic didn't look good either, but Spain was the better team anyway. He sure did. If it was De Gea, maybe Croatia would have won. Unai Simon stat up. Yes, he did. How we doing, Orlando? How we doing, Ozan? We'll see if Mexico could get the third place, but I feel like Panama might have a small chance. We'll be live for this match. Of course, we'll also be live for the final. And then, of course, review the final. This is just a live stream, which this could go crazy. Nations League. UEFA Nations League, I should say. Yeah, multiple Nations League in this world. It's weird. For Panama, the starting 11. Under Thomas Christensen, Luis Maija, the back five, Roderick Miller, Andres Andrade, Fidel Escobar, Harold Cummings, and Cesar Blackman. The midfield three, Anibal Godoy, Alberto Quintero, Adalberto Carrasquilla. The front two, Ismael Diaz and Jose Fajardo. For Mexico under Diego Coca, who might as well be fired after today. Guillermo Ochoa in goal. The back four, Nestor Araujo, Israel Reyes, Johan Vasquez, Jesus Gallardo. The midfield four, Luis Romo, Eric Gutierrez, Luis Chavez, Uriel Antuna. The front two, Santi Jimenez and Osiel Herrera. We're not losing, though. Canada, I should say. They're not losing. But, sure. Keep talking. Keep talking. Can't wait for the final. Should be a fun one. But first, we got to watch this third place match. Teams are about to walk out. Mexico wearing their away kits, their white and pink kits. Basically, the rip-off of the Rose City kits. Panama wearing their red. Once again. 7 minutes to kick off. Game is on Golazo Network, so if you're on Paramount Plus, it's showing through that. As well on Pluto TV, TUDNA in Spanish. More like not for me, but okay. Yeah. Teams are walking out. They'll hear their anthems. And the stadium is barely even full for the third place match. At least the hard cam side isn't that full. Let's see what the other side looks like. So damn sparse. Does this go to extra time? No, this goes straight to penalties if it's tied. If Mexico and Panama tie after 90, they go straight to penalties. The only game that could go to extra time that's left is the final. Of course, the semifinals could have went to extra time, but they did not. Neither of them did. Yep, the stadium's pretty much not even half full. Ha! Panamanian anthem to be played. Mexico loses to Panama, there's going to be no hope for the Gold Cup. I mean, they're already going to struggle against Haiti and more likely get embarrassed by Qatar. Maybe Honduras comes back alive against Mexico. Who knows? So 5:08's the true kickoff. Panama versus Mexico. Plus 268 for a draw. That's interesting. On the odds. I predicted Panama to finish 4th, Mexico to finish 3rd in CONCACAF Nations League. Let's see how that turns. I got that order correct. Or I should say the 2 4th and 3rd place teams correct. I got the idea of who's 3rd and 4th, who's 1st and 2nd, but what order? I don't know. We'll see. Thoughts on Spain winning UEFA Nations League? Italy 3rd place. I wish Italy showed the freaking power and play they did against Netherlands as they would against Spain. They didn't. I'm not happy about Italy being in 3rd place. At least they didn't finish 4th. But again, they blew it. They blew it in the semifinal. They looked better in the 3rd place match. They answered the call, which I don't even know why they even tried, but the Mexican anthem being played here. And good for Spain winning the Nations League. They played better on the day. They won on penalties. They did exactly what they needed to do. I know, next year, yes. The 2023-24 Nations League will be a 2-legged quarterfinal. Because if it was a single leg, it's very likely that, well, the big 4 would go through no matter what. Or the big 3, I should say. How we doing, Winvo? Who knows? Mexico might be the most at risk of screwing up that quarterfinal, which would be semi-hilarious. Not as funny as if they lost 3rd place, though. The anthems are done played. What the hell were those Liga MX half shorts? You mean the green shorts with a white shirt? Yeah, I don't know, to be honest. I think the shorts that go with a white kit, they also have pink shorts, but I think they have white shorts too, so I'm not completely sure what they're trying to do. I'm not completely sure what they're doing there, to be honest. Well, I didn't see that. The Chivas Cruz Azul shorts, but that's just stupid. Like a half shirt is horrible, but shorts, that's bad, but it's worse. Like you're so down bad, you make half team shorts. So what? And if you're going to do that, go all the way and wear a half team shirt. Half shirt. There we go. Oh, shirt. I read shorts. Well, at least they weren't being a full kit wanker. Starting 11. Guillermo Ochoa, Jesus Gallardo, Johan Vasquez, Israel Reyes, Julian Araujo, Luis Chavez, Luis Romo, Eric Sanchez, Oziel Herrera, Uriel Antuna, and Santi Jimenez for Mexico under Diego Coca. Well, I mean, there is a history of Alzheimer's in my family, so I think if there's a history, you're pretty much screwed. Luis Maya, Roderick Miller, Edgar Barcenas, Franco Escobar, Harold Cummings, Cesar Blackman, Anibal Godoy, Alberto Carrasquilla, Ismael Diaz, Alberto Quintero, Jose Fajardo. That's what I heard, though. If somebody in your family on your father's side lineage gets dementia, Alzheimer's, you're pretty much screwed. That's what I heard. So, when my pop was dealing with it. So, if they don't find any treatments for dementia or Alzheimer's in the next 40 years, I'm pretty much 40, 50 years, give or take, and longevity, I'm pretty much screwed. See what happens. Let's see what plays forward, Mexico. But we'll see what happens. Mexico banned their fans. I didn't hear that. It's just that they didn't want to go. Playing forward. It's just that they didn't want to go. So, which I don't blame them because it's the third place match. So, you know, why would you go? Playing forward, Mexico. Horrible giveaway, dear Lord. Oh boy. Offside anyway. I feel like in CONCACAF, USA and Canada are the only well-behaved teams, unlike Mexico. Because I hope Mexico don't do their stuff again, because if they do, no more fans. Yeah, CONCACAF is sort of a, let's put it like this, how do I put this? Without a tough region, a street football region. Canada does not play street football. The U.S. does not play street football. Mexico does. Honduras does. Panama does. Costa Rica does. That's what I heard on Liga MX's Reddit. They were saying, some of them were saying protesting the match, but I don't know if they were already in Vegas. So that might just be them saying, yeah, I'm not there, but yeah, I'm protesting. And you're probably still watching at home. They are. It's empty as F. Yep, it is. It'll fill up with U.S. and Canada fans. But I'm sure there's probably more U.S. and Canada fans already sitting there than Mexico or Panama fans as well. So you know what? There you go. But green shorts with a pink and white shirt? No. Could have went with black or with pink or with white. Cream color. I mean, the socks are freaking white too. I don't know. Playing forward, third minute. Gives it away. Mexico could play forward. How we doing, Daniel? Are they colorblind? I'm not, but I don't know if they are. How we doing, Daniel? I'm glad you're happy about the NYCFC result. I don't know. I think I really like it. I mean, green and pink don't go well together. These are home white shorts. Mexico playing forward. I'm behind on Golasso, so there you go. Plays forward. Mexico clears it back. Third minute. Over the top. Uriel Antuna. Antuna. Crosses the ball in. Nope. Julian Araujo plays it in. Antuna cross. Shot. Behind. Shot. Goal. Goal. Jesus Gallardo. Gol de Mexico. 1-0. Fourth minute goal for Jesus Gallardo. Went through like 5 players, but in the end, Jesus Gallardo puts it far post. Beautiful shot. Gol de Mexico. 1-0. 1-0. That's nice. That's cool. Comes fuera y pesado y errático. Yeah, he didn't look good on that play. Cummings. Yeah. He didn't look good on that play. That's what I'll say. Cross in. I'm watching on Univision, and I'm watching on Paramount, or Golasso, actually, on Pluto TV. And I'm behind by a minute. I'll try at the half, change it over. This had to be the lineup versus the U.S., and they didn't use the lineup. How these cons top their group over Costa Rica? Because they beat Costa Rica head-to-head. It's pretty easy when you have a 3-team group. How we doing, Isaiah? It's pretty easy. 1-0 Mexico, 1-0, but Panama has a corner. I don't think this game is over yet. Not at all. 5th minute corner, Carrasquilla. Carrasquilla to take the corner of the Houston Dynamo, of course. Cross in, headed away by Jimenez. By the way, the theory that you mentioned you saw about Christmas is valid too. Forgot to mention that to you. There you go. How we doing? And I'm guessing the reason why Costa Rica didn't top the group is because that New Zealand game where they had to qualify to the World Cup, so they had to rotate a bunch of players. No, they had to play an extra game in the March window, I thought. They had to play an extra game in one of the windows that to finish off their group. I think it was the March window, but because there was June, March, because the September and November windows, of course, were friendlies for the World Cup teams and just any teams in general. Mexico actually probably scored their best offensive run under Colca's era so far. Hey, they finally look. I don't know. They should win this game. I'm not going to take anything out of it. Plays forward. Panama might have one here. Shot past the post. Ochoa taps it away. Looks like that'll be a corner. Good run. Panama's not quitting either. Good shot. I think Ochoa got a hand to it. Venezuela 1-0 over Guatemala. I miss Reebok. They're making Panama's jerseys. They're still around. Let's talk about NFL-wise. Cross in, which I honestly do too. 8th minute. I miss Reebok making shirts. Besides Panama, I guess. It's still not the weirdest thing I've seen because Reebok's made shirts before. But Everlast making a shirt for Club Atlético Independiente, the boxing company, making a shirt for the football club Club Atlético Independiente was some of the weirdest stuff I've ever seen. It's cool. Weird. Everlast. Who thinks about that when there's a football kid? Nobody. Ninth minute. Liverpool, yeah, Reebok. Oh, yeah, Reebok did make their jerseys for a while. Then it was Warrior. Then it was New Balance. Yes, you're right. I think Adidas might have flipped Liverpool's jerseys to Reebok at some point in the early 2000s. Then it was Warrior. Then it was, yeah, okay, yeah, you're right. Need to buy a gold Vegas jersey now that they lifted the cup in it. I hated the switch to gold at first, but 2 months in, I F with the jersey. I like the gold jerseys. It's better than white or gray for that matter. 10th minute. Because Reebok is owned, or Adidas owns Reebok, which is why for a short while there, 7:45 p.m. Eastern, or 8:45 Eastern, 7:45 Central. I thought 8, because they said 8, so it's somewhere in between there. But yeah, when Adidas had a year or two of making NFL jerseys. Most of those jerseys, Reebok got the full contract, but if you notice, like when the Patriots had an Adidas jersey, the Reebok jersey was exactly the same. Because Reebok owns Adidas. Or Adidas owns Reebok. Or maybe I think Adidas had it for a couple of years and they shifted it to Reebok. I'm not sure, but the year the Patriots won their first Super Bowl, that was an Adidas jersey. So, but they had Adidas for a couple of years. But I think maybe there was a year where everybody was made by Adidas, then they switched to Reebok that next year. But look at Gridiron Uniform Database. That'll help you. What if New Era made football kits? I'm sure they wouldn't be that good. Like, they make good hats, but that's like Fanatics making jerseys. I'm not too into that. I'd have to see it. I don't think it would be great. I think it would be just trying to get a hand on market share that they don't have, that they should. I don't know. Be more marketing reasons. 11th minute, 1-0 Mexico, 1-0. Basically, my point is, you play Madden 2002? Yeah. You play Madden 2002, you would see their Adidas jerseys. The Rams, the Patriots, all that. Because 2001 to 2002. So, yeah. Mitchell & Ness Retro MLS kits. I have one. The TFC shirt. I mean, it's heavy. It's more like a 90s kit where it's heavy. It's not as wicking, so to speak. It's a little bit more twill. It does get a bit hot, even during the early part of the season. So, I'm not really a fan of it compared to all the others I have. Now that I have like 10. I could probably cut some from the rotation, especially next year. That's a foul. Or save some for like TFC 2 matches. I could. But New Era actually does make gridiron football jerseys. Speaking of, look at the CFL. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the $1.99. Gracias, gracias. Saludos, saludos. I love the trash bag type kits, and I hate them. I hate them. Plays forward. I like kits like this. I like tight kits. I like light kits. I don't like trash bag kits. I've been saying that for a couple of days now. If they score here, it won't happen. 14th minute, 1-0, 1-0. Okay, there we go. Playing forward here. 14th minute. Yeah, I saw that. Might have to check those out. The $2. Yep. For about what? 4 or 5 days. Oh, it's been less than that, but still. 15th minute foul. Antuna goes down. Remember when he played for the Galaxy? Speaking of the Galaxy. Then he went straight to Chivas. Ariel Antuna was actually, yeah. He was playing on a team with Zlatan, Pavon, legit Mr. Back Pass. Can't forget that. Marchessault. I would rather have a Marchessault jersey if I wanted a Vegas jersey. But, I mean, he won the damn Conn Smythe. But William Karlsson isn't bad either. Plays forward. Oh, Panama overran. Fajardo couldn't get it forward. Didn't he? Hold on, I gotta see. Didn't he play for Independiente when they beat Toronto? I think he did. I might be wrong, but I think he did. Yep, he did. Yep, he did. He played there when I thought so. I thought Fajardo played for Independiente when they beat Toronto. It's not like I'll forget that. It's not like I'll forget that. 16th minute. True. Even though Marc-Andre Fleury got stabbed in the back by Vegas, but that's neither here nor there. 17th minute. Remember when his agent posted a picture of Fleury getting stabbed in the back? Remember that? One of the most epic moments. Not for Fleury, but just in general. Headed on. Advice to Jude Bellingham, entering an environment where he doesn't know the language or environment in Madrid, Spain. I would say try to get close with players like Modric and Vinicius. You did. If I was Bellingham, I would get close to players like Thibaut Courtois as well, because he spent time in England as well. Eden Hazard would have been great had he stayed, but he didn't. But I'd say if I was Jude Bellingham, I would get close with players like Modric, Courtois, Vinicius Jr., and try to acclimate myself that way. So that's what I would do personally if I was him. But, of course, Thibaut Courtois, because he spent a lot of time in England with Chelsea. He knows English. It translates for him. I think Modric knows English to a certain extent. He did play for Tottenham as well, so he does. And Vinicius, well, it's always, for Madrid fans, it's good to be next to Vinicius. Save by Maja. I saw it. Sergio Busquets to Inter Miami. I'm not surprised. 18th minute. I felt bad for Fleury because he had to go to Chicago. Me too. Playing forward here. Louisville beat Gotham 2-0. I know that's not a Batman result. Ochoa to take the goal kick here. 19th minute. Mexico's done enough to lead early. They haven't really played well. Panama is up to the challenge, but they allowed one early. And they might just allow another. Here's a chance. Cross in. Cleared. Throw out for a throw. 2 Vegas jerseys. Fleury gray. Eichel reverse retro. Was the reverse retro the red one? Save. Or is that a different reverse retro? Because the red one, the red jersey was a reverse retro, but I think you're talking about the more recent one. Now the black reverse retro, yeah. I like that red Vegas jersey. I do. Plays forward, Panama. Nice play. Here comes Panama. There's a foul. Free kick for Mexico. Godoy gives away the foul. Red was before Eichel played. I'm like, he hasn't been there that long. I was like, yeah, he hasn't been there that long. And I'm sure you probably couldn't customize it at this point, so. #21st minute. Carrasquilla. Oh, bad giveaway. Luis Enrique is going to be PSG's next manager. Well, at least it's not Chelsea. Here comes Panama over the top. Falls to Araujo, and that goes out. I may be wrong, but did Antuna and Araujo play on the same Galaxy team? Did they? Because I think they did. True. Gotta see. Let's see. Speaking of, Julian Araujo, 21. I think he may have started a bit later. I think he may have started the year later. #2019 LA Galaxy 2. He did start with LA Galaxy in 2019. Yep, they played on the same team together. Yep. Or at least were on trainings together. I don't know if they. Yep. But he split 2019 with 1 and 2. Los Dos in the original, or the top Galaxy team. But they very likely played together. Antuna and Araujo. Well, there you go. I felt like they did, but 22nd minute. Almost bought the Avs reverse retro too, but had to get strategic with money. It would have been McKinnon. Yeah. Sucks that Kadri wasn't there when they had the second reverse retro, because that would have been awesome. That's a foul. Free kick for Panama, 23rd minute. Carrasquilla gets fouled. Referee is not known on FOTMob. 24th minute. Free kick here for Panama. Can they find some out of this? I want this to go to penalties. I just do. For maximum chaos, I want this to go to penalties. Ball crossed in. Tipped in, but Ochoa gets to it. Be a goal kick, 24th minute. Maximum chaos, I want this to go to penalties. But the big match is an hour and a half away. Or more like 2, I should say. Plays forward. Over the top, Panama. They're really trying to get back into this game. A goal would do it. They did not score against Canada, but they look like they're going to score against Mexico. What do you make of the alleged referee bribes being investigated on Barca? I think they did that shit. That's what I think. I think Barca did that shit. That's what I think. I think they need to get Juventus. That's what I think. Of course Barca bribed the referees. Haven't you seen the stuff they do and get away with? Haven't you seen Chelsea versus Barca 2009? Of course they bribe referees. They've been doing it for years. They've been doing it for years. If Juve got sent to Serie B, I think it's very, very prudent to send Barcelona down to La Liga 2. Yeah, they'll win the league. Of course they will. Even with the points deduction. Juventus did it too, but you know what? See, that's why you're in financial trouble. Juve merda. There we go. At least we agree on that. Juve merda. Juve merda. 26th minute. And there's a fight already. And Cummings is down. Yep, Harold Cummings is down. Holding his leg. And Antuna's shirt got ripped. Juve merda. There's no de or no, it's just Juve merda. M-E-R-D-A. Juve merda. There you go. I agree. Honestly, I want to see this game go to penalties, and I want to see Panama pulls it off, or if Panama pulls it off. I mean, the yellow card for, yeah, fair enough. Romo got tackled by Cummings, and he's playing on like he got hurt because he damn well knows he still got a yellow card anyway, but I do too. I think we'll get it, though. 8 o'clock, I think. A little bit after. Gini Wijnaldum scored against Italy. Oh, it was 3-2, but Italy still won. Another shirt rip, Weston McKennie and now Antuna. This is crazy. Davide Fatesi scored for Italy. Federico Chiesa. And at least Federico Chiesa scored. Should have scored. Are they going to VAR? 28th minute. Oh. Panama might be down a man. This game might just be over. I'm guessing that's the check. Cummings might be off for the tackle. I think he got some ball, though. So, I'm not completely sure if this should be sent off. Let's see. Cummings takes the slide as the ball is being played. I mean, that's momentum. I can't say red. I mean, that's momentum. That's momentum. The ball was moving forward, got played forward. Cummings was already sliding, thinking the ball was still going to be there. I can't say that's a dangerous play. I don't think that's a red card. Yeah, I mean, that's not harmful, dangerous play. Oh, maybe is it the spike on the knee? Is it Romo's spike on the knee that they're looking at? If that's the case, no, that's a red card. If they're talking about Romo stamping on Cummings, yes. The slide itself, that's momentum. You can't give a red. That'd be harsh. Personally, that'd be harsh in my book. If it's the stomp, though, I see a stomp. That could be it. That could be it. Red's needed for the stomp, but if it's on Cummings, if you go double red, I'm okay with it. If Cummings gets red carded himself, no. Romo, I don't think there's any. It doesn't look like there's any card. It doesn't look like there's any card on this call for either player. Fair enough. Fair enough. I can get behind that. No cards on Romo or Cummings on either side of it, which, fair, I could get behind that. Dejan Kulusevski got signed completely by or permanently by Tottenham. Thank God these games are on Golasso and Paramount Plus because here's some thunder clapping in the background, and if that happens, well, DirecTV would be losing it. So maybe for me, good thing. 31st minute, Luis Romo gets a yellow. Okay, so a yellow. Let's see what they say about. How is that possible? No, Romo got a yellow. I wonder, speaking of Berhalter returning as coach of the national team, I wonder if they're going to put him in place for the Gold Cup or they're still going to let Callahan do that. What's being said? North Carolina FC U23 bottled a 1-0 halftime lead to lose 3-1. It sounds about right. Sounds about right. 32nd minute. I haven't really heard if they're bringing in Berhalter for the Gold Cup or if they're going to let Callahan finish off the summer. They haven't really been clear about that. So either they haven't made a decision or I've just missed it or so on and so forth. What is it? Like, to me personally, to pull the rug out from Callahan after telling him he had the whole summer is sort of harsh, you know? They're saying that Callahan's going to run the Gold Cup, which I would prefer him than Greg, because if Greg was at the Gold Cup, we wouldn't win. Well, let's just be honest. Greg already took a seaside to winning a Gold Cup the last time they played. And this is even worse than the last time. I mean, what? I mean, you could say that that shouldn't be correct, but, you know, if Callahan wins Nations League, he deserves a chance to win the double. If he doesn't win Nations League, he deserves a chance to redeem himself. Besides, he's still going to be on Berhalter's staff anyway, especially now that Anthony Hudson's gone. He's still going to be on Berhalter's staff, so it's not like you're taking things out of Berhalter's hands. He's just going to step back into the shadows once Berhalter takes over in the fall again. So let him have it, personally. Plays forward. That's a horrible giveaway. Cleared by Ochoa. How we doing, Dr. Negative? But you already promised the summer to Callahan. So if it was me, I'd be like, you still have the summer. Berhalter's ready to come in August. Ready to go. I don't think anybody would be. Berhalter or not. But certainly with Berhalter, I'm not. Unless FIFA does some home cooking. I'd say out of CONCACAF teams, Canada has the best chance. Of the hosts, I should say, Canada has the best chance. If Herdman's to stay. If he stays, out of the three, Canada has the best shot. We don't know if he stays, though. I mean, he stayed through 22, so you would think. But fair enough. Out of the three hosts, Mexico has no chance. U.S. has a slim chance, but that's because at least they have talented players that play for the Crest. Canada, though, have players playing for the crest that would run through a wall for John Herdman, and they have great tactics. So, out of the hosts, I think Canada has the best chance. I'm saying out of the hosts. And it wouldn't look too weird if FIFA gave them some home cooking. It wouldn't look too weird. I mean, yeah, it would look a bit weird, but it wouldn't look too weird. I don't care if it happens. It happens. It could honestly be France or Portugal. Portugal ain't winning the World Cup. What? France, yes. Depends on what Morocco does. Maybe they were a one-time thing. I assume no away goal rule for the quarterfinals. I have no idea. We'll see what CONCACAF says, because I'm not sure. You would think if the Champions League and Central American Cup and all that is not away goals or has no away goals, you would think that they would have no away goals for the Nations League quarterfinals. But again, I'm not completely sure what they choose. Brazil, I don't know what would happen since they keep collapsing in tournaments. They're getting Carlo Ancelotti, though. I mean, I'll give them the due that they deserve, you know. Honestly, agree since John Herdman is the best manager. I mean, I'll be shocked if he beats Argentina like Saudi Arabia did. That would just make his resume look fire. But John Herdman's a better manager than Hervé Renard. And he's got a better team than that Saudi Arabia team. So, again, if Canada was in Argentina, Mexico, or Mexico's group, Saudi Arabia, Australia, Argentina, he would have gotten out of that group. They would have made it to the round of 16. If he was in the England, Iran, Wales group, the U.S. or Canada would have made it out of that group. If he was arguably even in Japan, Spain, Germany, I think he would have made it out of that group. He was just in the worst group. He was in the true group of death. And they still, things go their way slightly over some of those games. They get out of that group. It's not like they completely got smashed. I mean, they did by Croatia, and that ended their hopes. But besides France, I think Canada played the best game against Morocco. They should have beat Belgium. If they're still alive going into that Morocco game and they beat Belgium instead of not, and then they still lose Croatia, but they have 3 points and they're still alive, I guarantee you they're a little bit more harder to beat. And I think they get their work done against Morocco. So Morocco's run might not even have happened had Canada beat Belgium. So, again, it's a couple of bounces of the ball here and there that Herdman could have easily taken Canada out of that group as well. All the bad bounces just ended up to happen against Canada, or all the bounces just end up happening against them. But, you know, it's not like they got smashed by everybody like 86. I think people are overblowing the fact they finished last in their group. I think people are overblowing it. Ghana might be pot 2 for Africa qualifiers. Yeah, I could see it. Of course it is. Korea and Japan going to cause bigger problems in 2026, and same with Africa. I'll be happy to see it because I want to see all the confederations have a chance. I don't want this to be CONMEBOL versus UEFA at the end, or obviously CONMEBOL versus UEFA, or UEFA versus UEFA. I want this to be anybody has a chance. If Japan has a chance, I love it, especially if it is Japan. I would love to see Japan get to the final. And I would want Japan to win. Korea, I'd like to see. Jurgen Klinsmann is not getting to the final with South Korea. But you know what? If he proved the U.S. wrong, so be it. There'd be a little bit of a schadenfreude in that. That'd be like, yeah, he proved them wrong. Probably. Right now, it looks like Mexico's going to win third place. Ghana losing points because of how poorly they've been. Africa qualifier, 3 draws. Sometimes happens. Exactly. They should have. And honestly, Morocco, they could have easily drawn too. But what can you do? Yep. honestly agree about y'all beating Belgium. I mean, if only Alphonso Davies went the right way on that penalty. Plus, Belgium was washed with Roberto Martinez. But my point is Canada would have got out of any other CONCACAF team's group. Canada would have gotten out of the USA's group. They would have made the round of 16 out of the US's group. They would have made the round of 16 out of Mexico's group. They would have made the round of 16. That might have been a little bit more of a stretch, but they would have made the round of 16 out of Costa Rica's group. They got the hardest group, and they still put on a show or put on a tough performance. And had the bounces gone their way, or even some of the bounces, they could have gotten out of that group. They just were very unlucky. And that's being smashed by Croatia did not help either. But, you know, I don't think that's a cope. I think that's true. So, all the times that North America hosted UEFA doesn't have the advantage. And CONMEBOL once, it'll be a level playing field again. True. Yeah, but I think Canada could have beaten Japan. They already had done it. They'd already done it. So they could have beaten Japan again. Spain sucked anyway. Spain sucked anyway. Germany sucked. Canada's better than Costa Rica. They would have gotten out of that group. I think it would have been Japan and Canada, if I'm being completely honest. Spain wouldn't have made it out. Germany still would have finished third. So, yeah, they finished third. So, Japan, Canada, Spain, Germany. Well, you do realize Canada beat Japan in a friendly before the World Cup. You do realize that, right? They beat Japan. That is a offside. Looks like an offside call. They could go to VAR for it. Yeah, I agree with that. Still won, though. So. And Canada played a pretty good 11, if I remember correctly. And Japan played their good 11, too. I know, the Cavallini penalty, I know. He almost screwed it up anyway. But you know what? Fubar won us that game against a team bigger than frickin' Bermuda. You know? So, it's a win. Good for Fubar. Good for Fubar. Cheap Day corrected the ship when Brazil needed it, but it was time for a new man to take him to the promised land. Belgium lost to Egypt. And Belgium still crashed out, though. So, cross in. Shot past the post. So, I mean, we should have beaten Belgium, though. Again, bad bounce. Bad defensive positioning on one play ruined us. On that Batshuayi goal. That's about it. Dominant besides that. Just one bad positioning, really. And didn't score that penalty. Belgium are a Finnish national team. Agreed. 43rd minute. But Lukaku scored against Wales, right? No. Poland, I think. He scored. Lukaku just scored a couple of days ago when it didn't matter. Yeah, the final prelim. Yeah. Or the final qualifier. Yeah, we should have. You're right. Or that second to last qualifier, the final home qualifier. You're right. Yep. But again, I guess coulda, woulda, shoulda. If my grandmother had wheels, she would have been a bike. I guess that's your point, right? Point is, Herdman's still the best manager in CONCACAF, and there's still Canada, the host, still has the best chance of pulling something off. I didn't say they would. I said they had the best chance. Out of everybody. Out of Mexico, U.S., Canada, they have the best chance. As of now, if Herdman stays, they do. I mean, Portugal just won under him yesterday, so I know it was a minnow, but still, I know. In CONCACAF Nations League, it technically is too, but free kick here with a minute to go in the first half. Luis Chavez to take. USA's better than Canada, sure. I'm just letting you all talk until the final whistle blows. I'm just letting you all talk. Then I'll talk my shit. When the final whistle blows, I'll be talking my shit. That's all. I'm speaking with confidence, but I will be talking my shit when the final whistle blows. Thoughts on Confederations Cup? I mean, they should have kept it, to be honest. Into stoppage time, 45th minute, 1-0, 1-0. I don't like that they're making a giant Club World Cup. I think Confederations Cup was a better tournament. So we're going to at least reconsider by the end of summer, right? How about a double? How about Nations League and a Gold Cup by the end of July? Never going to forget that moment Luis Chavez scored that crazy free kick against Saudi Arabia. Me either. And you have my reaction on tape, too. So there you go. 51 minute. How much stoppage time? One minute. Playing forward here. Cross in. Cleared by Mexico. Four minutes of stoppage time. We got 2.5 more. Panama looking for a goal here. Trying to get one, I should say. Over the top. Kicked away. Garaskia. Oh! Flops on the back. Halfway through stoppage time. The Gold Cup's better than World Cup. Lol. Which is the better goal? Chavez's left-footed goal, Qatar. Messi's left-footed free kick goal against Liverpool Camp Nou in 2018. The left-footed free kick against Liverpool. That was... I'm not hating on Chavez. That was an amazing goal, but that Messi free kick against Liverpool... That Messi free kick against Liverpool was just amazing. Plays forward. Right to Ochoa with 1.5 minutes to go in the first half of the third place match. One minute to go. Plays forward. Mexico. Ozan Herrera. Plays it back with 1 minute to go. If only the Gold Cup was better. Well, you might get your wish in 2025 because it sounds like the Gold Cup is going to bring 2 guests per other confederation. I think Asia, Africa, CONMEBOL, and UEFA are going to get 2 guests per. It's going to be a 24-team tournament, 16 CONCACAF, and Asia, UEFA, CONMEBOL, and Africa are going to get 2 guests per in 2025. That's what I've heard. So you might get your wish with the 2025 Gold Cup. From what I've heard. Halftime. It's 1-0 Mexico. 1-0 at halftime. Mexico's doing enough to win. Yeah, I'm not surprised somebody would say that. Yeah, I mean, I like Imagine Dragons, but Monster is a better song. Natural. I'm a believer. Believer, yeah. Yeah, it was just Believer. You make me why did I say I'm a believer? Believer. It's time. Imagine Dragons do have better songs. But it's halftime 1-0. Another 45 minutes to go and possibly... Do I believe in aliens? I mean, yeah, I do. I do. Why would there be UFOs if there weren't any aliens? There are aliens. There is life on other planets. There's extraterrestrial life. But we'll take a short break at the half, talk about the stats, and move on to the second half of this semi-final. We're back for the stats of the half. $2025 may be very likely, but we also got to deal with Qatar this year. So, don't worry. At some point, it would suck if, we invite... I want Italy at the Gold Cup. I want Italy and Japan at the Gold Cup in 2025. So at least if there is a foreign country that takes it, Italy or Japan takes it. I'm happy either way. I'm happy either way. I win. If that was to happen, I still win. 53% possession to 47% possession. 5 shots to 4. 1 big chance to 0. 1 big chance missed to 0. 201 accurate passes, 81% to 171, 77%. 7 fouls committed to 8. 0 offside to 2. 3 corners to 0. 5 shots on 4. 5 shots to 4. 1 shot on goal to 1. 249 passes to 221. 200 accurate passes, 80%. 171 to 77%. 11 throws to 10. 1 yellow card to 3, 0 red cards to 0, and it's 0-1 at the half. 0-1 Mexico. Mexico's the better team slightly. Panama's had their moments, but Mexico is showing their quality, if you could call it that, over Panama. I mean, they're still higher ranked, but they're showing their quality over Panama just slightly, just enough to win a third-place game. They're playing the Route 11 that they should have played on the semifinal, but of course they didn't. That's where we are. So Mexico's doing just enough. That's my answer. Huh. Let's just flash flood warnings. Okay. There you go. All right. Not exactly. 1-0 Venezuela full time. I know you don't. I'd be shocked Italy chokes the Gold Cup. Yeah, I'd be shocked too, but with the way Mancini's running them. But a final being... Point is in 2025, in some way, shape, or form, I want a final between Italy and Canada, whether that is Finalissima or Gold Cup. I want that final. I want that final. Because, again, if you win Copa America, you go to Finalissima. Technically, they can't say no to a CONCACAF team that won Copa America. They can't do it. So I'm just saying. But what about Italy winning the Euros? I know we'll cross that bridge when we get there, but still. We'll cross that bridge when we get there, too. But if they could fraud it up once, maybe they could fraud it up again. More likely be a Gold Cup final, but you know what? More likely. Finalissima is a one-off. It's like a Super Cup. It's a one-off still. June 14th to July 14th is the dates for 2024 Copa America. That would make sense. Yes. I didn't hear it. Probably because they changed it. So 1 year from now it's happening. Better start preparing. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Maybe they are making the Finalissima a full tournament, a full mini tournament. But then again, they could have easily just kept the Confederations Cup. They could have done it, but no. It would be really interesting to see how European players react to Central American atmosphere should there be matches in Central America. Oh. It would be crazy to see. It would be crazy to see a player like Chiesa playing in El Salvador. I know they won't. They'll keep it in the U.S., but maybe because of the money they know that those European teams can bring in. Chiesa plays at Cuscatlán in El Salvador and tears his ACL again because of it. And then you just see Italian fans go white with fear. Pale white with fear. I saw. Next best thing will be Southern Mexico. Are there even... I have to look up the Liga MX map. Or they could host games at Azteca. But I'm guessing if they do a 2025 Gold Cup, it's going to be basically a... It's going to be a... test event for the 2026 World Cup. So it'd be Canada, US, Mexico. May not be completely every tournament, but yeah, fair enough. Yeah, that makes sense. Like, I don't know. Azteca, BBVA, BMO, not every stadium, but some of them. If the final ends up at SoFi again, I swear to God. Would they do it 2 times in a row? I'm not completely sure. Gold Cup final was at Allegiant last time, then the Nations League. Then we have SoFi this year. I think SoFi also gets the Copa America final, so they're still getting a big final next year. Hopefully other nations that are coming from different confederations are ready to get CONCACAF or be aware of CONCACAF refs. North Macedonia won't be ready for Old Trafford. I mean, they were ready for Italy. You know, so I wouldn't be too hasty, but okay. I wouldn't be too sure of yourself. Second half's about to start here between Panama and Mexico. That's so CONCACAF. Arkansas. Play it at DWR Donald Reynolds Stadium in Fayetteville, Arkansas. Or I got a better idea. How about in Starkville, Mississippi, Davis Wade Stadium at Scott Field, Gold Cup 2025 final. Ah, it's hard to get to Starkville. Ha! Better idea. Starkville, Mississippi. Better idea, Starkville, Mississippi. If that was the case, I'd certainly make my way down there. I mean, Davis Wade's a pretty big stadium. It is. It is. Not the same thing. Italy missed like 30 chances. That was just Italy bottling it. And England couldn't do the same thing. Hot take, a few games from World Cup 2022 was but the final was awesome. 2022 World Cup was the best one I've ever seen. Best one. And 2018 was pretty good, but I'd say 22, 18, 06, 10, 14. And then 02 at the bottom because, well, I barely even watched 02. But of the ones I watched, 22, 18, 06, 10, 14. Second half's about to start. Because I didn't have a channel in 2018. I started my channel in 2019. So that's your answer. I started my channel the year after. Besides, I didn't stream till 20. People didn't really stream stuff until 2020 anyway. Like, some people were ahead of the curve, but 2020 was really when the rubber met the road on that. So even then, I probably would have just reviewed them anyway. Italy versus France, 2006. France, Argentina. Argentina versus Germany. Spain versus Netherlands. And France versus Croatia out of the 5. Yeah. There you go. There you go. You didn't like 2018? I enjoyed 2018. I did. I have some fun memories from the 2018 World Cup. Maybe not really most of the football, but, you know, just things connected to it in general. So I think France versus Croatia was a terrible final. What was the bottom one for me out of all of those? Italy, France, France, Argentina, Argentina versus Germany, Spain versus Netherlands, France, Croatia. There was not really any, how do I put this, any wildness. Or any tension, really. Again, 2002 was a bit too early for me. Mexico's coming out for the second half. Club American Cruz Azul, located at the capital and largest city of Mexico, Atlas Metropolis in western Mexico. San Luis, the city of the Mexican state, San Luis Potosi. Just riding about every team. There's no hype for Nations League. Not the third place. We'll see what I can. We'll see. We'll see what I can pull off. That's what I'll say. Outlaws won Liga MX a year ago. That's the 3 MLS. Come on. Are we just rehashing everything now? Chivas Guadalajara metropolitan area. Odd losses there too. Teams are walking out for the second half. About 7 o'clock. This will be over. If there's penalties, maybe 7:15. Any chance of a CONCACAF finals at MetLife Stadium? That's not happening. Chivas is the Dortmund of Mexico. If there wasn't going to be a final at MetLife, why would there be a final at Yankee Stadium? Remember that NYCFC never got to play at Yankee Stadium during their Champions League run. They had to play at LAFC. They had to play at LAFC. They had to play at Rensselaer Field. They had to play at Red Bull Arena. They never got to play at Yankee Stadium or Citi Field for that matter. So, again, if they did that, why would they put a Continental final at Yankee Stadium? Yeah, I'm not surprised somebody would say that. That doesn't really surprise me. And we're ready to go for the second half. We're off. I said it was the best final I've ever seen. Then France-Argentina. Huh. Trying to get this. There we go. Subtitles off. There we go. Boom. Well, I don't think freaking NYCFC's new stadium would host a CONCACAF final either. But Zidane headbutted. If that match happened, or you mean Gold Cup, but if that match happened, no, Campeones Cup is made through MLS and Liga MX, just like Leagues Cups. That's why you could play at home. CONCACAF had a problem itself. But yeah, if that was a group stage match at Gold Cup in 25, I'm dropping everything. I'm there. I'm there. And damn it, I don't know. I'd be wearing a Canada kit, but I would not wear a half and half kit, but I would love to see it just as like I win either way. You know, I win either way. Technically. But I'd be wearing a Canada kit, but I win either way. I wouldn't wear a half shirt. I'm not doing it. Campeones Cup counts. Plays forward. Plays forward. Cross in. And Mexico can't get a second. I think he only wanted to coach Madrid, but he really hates coaching. Like, he's coached Madrid twice, and he's left twice abruptly. I think Madrid made him hate coaching because of all the pressure and all that. And I don't blame him. Or he just wants to coach Madrid. Either way, it has something to do with Madrid. I mean, I don't really like long sleeves shirts. Like, I would never wear a long sleeve football shirt. I don't like long sleeves in general, to be honest, even when it's cold. Well, that makes sense. There you go. I could do that as well. I could wear the Italy shirt under the Canada shirt, and, well, if Canada wins, I'll just keep both on. There you go. If Italy wins, I'll walk out wearing an Italy shirt. Yeah, I'm not surprised because they have the UEFA license for everything else. That could work. Zidane is a fraud. Only time long sleeve jersey is good for is when it's got a collar on it. I still wouldn't wear a long sleeve jersey. I still wouldn't wear a long sleeve jersey. Top tier jersey, but again, I don't like long sleeves. That's just personal preference. I don't like long sleeves. It's just something for me. I don't like long sleeves in general. Funny because you don't have short sleeve suits, and I love suits, but .49th minute. Adidas agrees with you. I remember in MLS for a while that MLS, they wouldn't allow MLS players to have a long sleeve jersey. So they had to wear the base layer, like the team color base layer, for a while, but they just started making long sleeves again. I don't know if they kept doing that, but I think they started making long sleeves again just last season or maybe 2 seasons ago. But as you can see, they did that there, so. Fair. So, 49th minute. Yeah. But as I said, in EA Sports FC, I want CONCACAF rights. I want Champions Cup. I want Nations League. I want Gold Cup. I want Campeones Cup. I want Leagues Cup. I know they don't have the Mexican rights, so they're pretty much out of the up the creek without the paddle for that one. But you know what? Exactly like Under Armour and regular long sleeves under the jersey is all you need. But I don't like long sleeves anyway. So. Except when it comes to dress shirts for some reason. But I guess I just accepted that if you're wearing a short sleeve dress shirt under a suit jacket, you look like a jackass. And then a suit jacket has a long sleeve. So maybe I've just accepted that. Or maybe it's the tightness of a regular long sleeve shirt. I'm not completely sure, but it doesn't feel even a dress shirt and a suit doesn't feel the same as a long sleeve shirt, or a sweater. It's not the same. Or a long sleeve jersey. It's not exactly the same. So I don't know how to explain it. Liga MX might be back, boys. There's rumors that CONCACAF Champions Cup is too. Well, I'm buying EA Sports FC. Yes, well, I was anyway, but I got what I wanted. Let's go. I got what I wanted. Maybe I actually play FIFA more than 5 times. Or EA Sports more than 5 times in between Christmas to Christmas. Yes. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll start playing video games again more than just a couple of times a year. Yes. Or I'll really just play a lot during the off season. Either way, yeah, Liga MX might be back. Well, if you're gonna have Champions Cup, you better have Liga MX. There you go. CONCACAF Champions Cup needs to be in FIFA. I've been saying that for years. I've been saying that since they put UEFA in there. Actually putting the UEFA Champions League in there. I've been like, and then they put in Copa Libertadores, and I'm like, yeah, you damn sure now need to put Champions League in there. Like, so about 2019? I've really been banging that drum about Champions League, Champions Cup, CONCACAF in FIFA, and CONCACAF League, and I guess now Central American Cup and Caribbean Cup and all that. Yeah. And Gold Cup and Nations League. Yeah. Because that's when Libertadores got in there was 19, right? So, yeah, I've really been banging that drum. I did a little bit when UEFA got in there, but then they put Libertadores in there, and I'm like, and then they put AFC Champions League in there. I might be wrong, but I think they put AFC Champions League in there as well. So I'm like, then that pissed me off even more. I'm like, CONCACAF's bigger than AFC, arguably. Okay. All right. We're going to get it last. They'll get Oceania first. they'll get CAF first over CONCACAF, but seems like maybe just put them all in there. Like, why we got to go like half and half and half? That'd be awesome. That sounds awesome. Yeah. Morocco League is coming too. Toronto versus Wydad. Play a game of Toronto versus Wydad. Like, personally, what I would like to do, if there was every Champions League, is in the game, is play a league in there for every Champions League for England, Libertadores. I'm ready. I'm ready. Been waiting all day for Sunday night. 54th minute. Yeah, FIFA's always had the World Cup in the game, but I guess that would stop in 26 because of EA Sports FC. So they had it until, you know. Free kick here for Panama, 55th minute. They used to make their own World Cup games like standalones. Takes the cross. Panama over the top. Plays it down. Has it on. Chip. Or bike. Goal. Anibal Godoy off the bike. Scores. Why did I say chip? Bike. Goal. Goal. And they're going to sail the boat. Panama's going to sail the boat. Anibal Godoy scores in the 55th minute. 1-1. Uno. The bike by Anibal Godoy. And right now, we might be going to penalties if this holds. Well, we would be going to penalties if this holds. Anibal Godoy. What a goal. I was so shocked he pulled that out. I called it a freaking chip. I never thought he could do that. A bike from Anibal Godoy. Golazo. 1-1. Uno. 55th minute. Panama gets their equalizer, and I'm a little bit closer on Paramount Plus. There we go. I would hope so. I never thought he could do that. I never thought he had that in his bag. They kick off. Panama. Offside. Wait a second. It's offside. And it's offside. Anibal Godoy. They've taken it away. Damn it. It's still 1-0. 1-0. After all that, you couldn't just let him have it? I didn't see no offside. CONCACAF. Panama just got CONCACAF. Godoy. They took it back, and Godoy gets a yellow card. I think it may have been a foul because he got a yellow card. Or that may have been dissent. Either way. 0-1 Mexico. 0-1. Still Mexico in the lead. I hope Panama gets one back anyway. Portland's beating Chicago Red Stars too. 1-0. I could have been a foul there that might have taken it away, but I'm not sure. The yellow card makes me think it was actually a foul. Only have 2 cans left of Sprite Cranberry to go. Yeah, didn't you, collect a lot of cases around Christmas? Half a year is pretty good. Half a year? If let's just say Coke Vanilla was a limited time thing in cans, I'll probably run through that shit in 2 months. And I'd be screwed until they brought it back. So you're better. You're a better man than I. You're a better man than I. Or if I collected Baja Blast, because I do like Baja Blast. But, well, there you go. Jamaican ref calling out Panama got CONCACAF. So you didn't want to, but you did anyway. So that's why you said LFG. But hey, you know, half a year is pretty good. Before you know it, it'll be back. All you got to do is wait, like, what, 4 months? Maybe 5, 4.5, 5. Well, actually, well, yeah, you kind of killed the half of the month there. So, yeah, like 4 months. Not bad. '59th minute. Mexico. Santi Jimenez gets blocked. Oh, Toronto Argo's got a rouge. Oh, by the way, speaking of, they're showing that on CBS Sports Network, not the Nations League. So, yeah, that sucks. Oh, yeah, true. The summer solstice isn't till the 21st. Yeah, you're right. True. Plays in. You are right. Oh, I'll be summer solsticing in a cabin. Hey, that's cool. A cottage. That's cool. Of course. Of course. Plays forward. Panama. Plays it back through. Shot. Blocked. Chipped. But Ochoa catches it. There you go. '60th minute. Mexico looks like they'll hold on to third place as of now. Portland got 2-0 over Chicago Red Stars. Let's go. Love it. Sprite changed their logo for 2023, so I'm going to keep these cans because the thing around the world Sprite is so cool. True. We'll see how things pan out for the Women's World Cup. I'll be watching it, at least be watching the tournament, but covering it, we'll see how the schedule pans out. It won't be as comprehensive as the Men's World Cup. I'll say that right now. But you have Leagues Cup going on. You have the All-Star game going on because it's right after Gold Cup. It's going to be tight, but we'll see what modernization is settled in mainstream. I thought it did like 3 years ago. It's on logo trends or something because I thought it did about 3 or 4 years ago, but well, there you go. I love looking at logo changes or logo histories. Always have. Logopedia, Closing Logos Wiki, or now that is a audio-visual logo database. No, Audio-Avid. Audio-visual something. It used to be the CLG Wiki. Now it's Avid something. I'm not completely sure. Audio-visual database. Something in the middle. Was it a clear offside? It didn't look clear to me. I think there may have been more of a foul there than an offside. Because Godoy got a yellow, so that was either for dissent or there was a foul there. That might be more. Old MLS logo or the new MLS logo? I mean, if they kept the old MLS logo into this current era, it would look weird and hokey. I like the old MLS logo, but for the era it was in. See, the MLS logo that they had until 2013 fit. It fit the MLS at that time. As MLS started to step into 3.0 and 4.0, they needed the Shield logo. They needed the new logo. I think both logos are a product of their time. I like both logos for what they are. I think the old MLS logo is hokey. If it lasted any longer than 2013 into MLS 3.0 or 4.0, it would have sucked. It would have looked horrible. It would have been hokey. We would have been called out for it. They needed to change. They needed to change. The Shield logo is better for now. Yes, it's more boring, but I like it for what it is. I like it for what it is. I don't think they should have kept the old logo any longer. Yeah, there we go. Yep. I think they changed the right time. I think the old logo looks nice in a bubble in their history, MLS history. It showed how the league has grown. It showed how it's grown up. But the Shield logo is where they should be now. Exactly. And I like how on every jersey they recolor it to fit the team's color scheme or fit the away jersey's color scheme. I like that. And I also like how they have the silver one with a trophy in there for the Scudetto. I like how they do that as well. So I think it fits a lot. You could do a lot with it. Martinez is on for Panama at 64th minute. Yeah, I saw that. Yep, they have. Because in 2008, they went with a 4 stars per division. They straightened out the L. Simple. They took out the curly Q and the L and lowered the number of stars. So, yes. Because as you can see, I think on my Drew Bledsoe jersey, they have the old Shield because it's supposed to be a 90s jersey. Let's see. I think it is, but let me make sure. It is. It is the old logo. Yeah, on the Drew Bledsoe jersey, it is the old Shield. Yep. With the curly Q and the more stars, yeah. There you go. Yeah, it's just there's thunderstorms in the area. As I said, we were under a flash flood warning when I checked up the got to the Paramount Plus to watch live on there, and it got closer. Was on CBS 4 first, and it was showing the warnings. It was just well, there you go. Well, it's a Patriots jersey, but I'm sure you're not a Patriots fan. I'm sure you're probably more of a Titans fan. According to CBS, they're saying Ziyech is going to Saudi Arabia. I saw because everybody but Messi is going to Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is pulling a China, except they have the money to do it and not completely collapse. 67th minute, 1-0 Mexico, 1-0. But seriously, though, they're pulling off Oziel Herrera for Orbelin Pineda. Okay, all right. Oh, the MLS logo. Should have been more clear. So I was thinking about when I pulled out the Bledsoe jersey, but still. The MLS logo, true. But that's only as a full league. Saudi will collapse in 10 years after they figure out they've been scammed. Canada will be top 4 in the Women's World Cup. They have a chance. I believe they'll show that gold medal wasn't a fluke at the Olympics. Wondering how Saudi Arabia is managing to get the stars like Benzema. I mean, it's just crazy. They got a lot of money. They have a lot of money. Lots of money to sports wash with. Just ask WWE. '68th minute. Panama gets back on the board, plays over the top. Canada and Sweden going to be top dogs this summer. Well, they played the Olympic final, so I would hope we got a rematch of that. Cross in, 68th minute. Panama cross in, header. Taps in, goal. That's offside. Wait. Ismail Diaz taps it in, but that's offside. That's offside. Let me see. Cross in. Yeah, Diaz was way offside when he... Yeah. Offside again. 69th minute. He was offside. He was offside. They don't even need to check this one. He was offside. He was ahead of the defender when the ball got played forward, but maybe you could call it a rebound and say he's not offside, but Panama got CONCACAF'd again. Another offside, 69th minute. Mexico's been saved twice. Yeah, I don't think the USA women are going to be the top dogs this. They're defending champions, but they're not going to be top dogs. They've fallen off under Vlatko. They have heavily fallen off, and they're rebuilding. Or I should say reloading. So if they win, that is a very big achievement to win in between eras under Vlatko. I'm not saying Vlatko's a bad coach. I think he's a good coach. But if they win in between eras, that's a big thing. But they're in between eras. They have some good players still. They have some good older players. They still have some good leaders. They have some good young players. But in between, they're in between eras. They have to reload. And once they do, I'm not saying they'll be as dominant because everybody's catching up, but they will be a top dog again. Canada slightly as to, I think this is their window. I don't think they have to reload till after. But you do see the signs that reloading is probably needed. But they've sort of reloaded on the fly. The U.S. has been a little bit worse for wear at that compartment as well. Yeah, Club America women's team just won the Liga MX Femenil Clausura. Yes. Mexico plays horrendous. They do. They should be losing. They should be losing. Or at least headed for penalties, 72nd minute at some point. I guess Jamaican ref doesn't like Panama. Now I need to look at frickin' Panama and Jamaican relations. Now I need to research Panama and Jamaican relations. It's not that fun. USA women's injuries are killing us. Mallory Swanson, big miss. Becky Sauerbund missing the World Cup. Yes, she is. With an ankle injury, I think. Panama gets saved. Close. Jordan Heidema. Panama gets saved. Of course they do. Let's go, Canada. They'll do fine. Luis Chavez crossed in, header. Right now, Mexico's being lucky the ref saved him twice because the ref had not checked him. It's 2 goals from Panama. Mexico stand by. Mexico would have been stuck in the mud. I don't think CONCACAF wants Mexico to lose a third-place game. I don't think they do. Or at least if Panama was to score twice, then you get the chance, and you really don't want that again. So I think CONCACAF might just be trying to protect Mexico. Agreed. If that is the case, I agree. If that is the case, I agree. True. The first one, I don't understand how it was offside. The bicycle kick, I didn't really see it. But the Diaz goal, I saw it. So it should be 1-1. But you could say the rebound was played through. You could say that negates the offside, but I can see why the second one was. So really it should be 1-1, but we still should be headed for penalties. I'm still a little bit pissed off about the bicycle being taken away. I didn't see it. I didn't see it personally. I didn't see it. 74th minute. Plays forward, 74th minute. Jamaica fans got into a fight with Panama fans in 2019 Gold Cup. I remember hearing about that. I almost forgot. Yeah. Well, there's your answer. That might be the case. Takes a shot, saved by Ochoa. That might also help. I almost forgot about that, but yeah, I remember hearing about that. Can you imagine if the USA were to beat Mexico at Azteca? It probably would have been worse since it's all Mexican fans. Penalty. Antuna to play in. Brought down. Penalty. Oh, come on. That's a penalty? That's a penalty. Penalty para Mexico. I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it. I call BS. I don't see a penalty. Yellow. I don't see it. I'm sorry. This referee. That was a big strike of lightning. 75th minute. Orbelin Pineda plays it into Santi Jimenez. That's not a pen! Barcenas got screwed. That's not a pen. What the hell? Are you serious? He fell over. No way. No way is that a penalty. Santi fell. The hell is this referee doing? Oh my God. 76th minute. That's a penalty. Okay, all right. VAR. Yeah, it should be going to VAR. Thank you very much. That's not a pen. He fell over. He toppled. Saw the Spain-Croatia game. I liked it. Pens were excited. I heard. I can't believe Croatia lost on penalties. That's not a pen. Yeah, it doesn't look. The stadium's barely full, or even half full, I should say. The stadium's barely half full. What? Hopefully Panama could save the penalty. If not, their place will turn into a 4th place. Well, I did say they'd finish 4th place, and then Mexico would finish 3rd, so I might just be right on that prediction. I knew it would be tough sledding. 76th minute. VAR decision is no penalty. It bounced. No penalty. No penalty. That'll be a goal kick. Maya. No penalty. It's a drop ball for Maya. 77th minute. Woo, boy. This game is a freaking wild show. 77th minute. 13 to go. Can Panama score a goal and send this to penalties? Or will this be over after 90? And we go straight to the big main event of the night. God save us from Antuna. He is horrible. Remember, somebody made a meme on Liga MX's Reddit based off that Cuba game in 2019 at the Gold Cup and said the meaningless Copa Oro game that made Antuna always get called up to the selection. Because he scored what? A hat trick against Cuba, I think. They're not wrong. They're not wrong. No, I'm an Italy fan who has, but I respect Croatia. I have a respect for Croatia. Let's put it like that. Maya gets a yellow card. Besides, I also wanted Croatia to beat Spain after what happened in the semifinal, but I have a respect for Croatia. Let's put it like that. It's only been 2 windows. People could have a drop in form, but he's also been playing for Pachuca, I know. But people could have a drop in form. He'll get back. I'm sure of it. 79th minute, he'll find his way back. I thought Mexico would just kill Panama, but Panama's putting up a fight. I thought Panama would put up a fight. I'm not surprised they are putting up a fight. I thought they would. I thought they'd lose on penalties. But a 1-0, well, there you go. Not surprising either. 79th minute. 11 minutes plus stoppage time to go. 1-0 Mexico. 1-0 Mexico. Throw in here. Toronto Argos up 8 versus Hamilton Tiger Cats. Laren starts for Canada. Let's go. That's good. Take it. Playing forward, shot, cross, Panama could clear. TFC 2, 0-0 against Atlanta 2, halftime. Not bad. Yeah, it is thunder because it is raining. Some pretty heavy rain as well. Not severe weather, but just heavy. Oh, they're not even starting. That sucks. Matt Turner, Anthony Robinson, Chris Richards, Joe Scally, Timothy Weah, Walker Zimmerman, Brennan Aronson, Yunus Musa, Christian Pulisic, Fuller, and Balagoon. Gio Reyna. Borian, Johnston, Davies, Miller, Larea, Kennedy, Kone, Osorio, Eustachio, Laren, David. They're not starting Atiba. In his final game, they're not starting him. That sucks. Ain't that something? 81st minute. They're not starting him in his final game. Ever. You ain't starting the Troubadour. That's just mad. That is just mad. Unless he said he can't. But I'm sure he'll play. Kone, Oso, Eustachio. I guess Kone for Atiba. I guess Kone is playing for Atiba. I guess they'll pull out Oso when Kone or when Atiba needs to come in because they wouldn't take out Kone just to give Atiba a last run out either. Unless Kone was to get hurt. Agreed with that. Yeah, I remember. They should have scored that in Nashville. They should have won that game. And now that Alphonso Davies is playing Joe Scally, he's going to make Joe Scally a freaking have nightmares. Let's put it like that. 82nd minute, cleared by Panama. Freddie Gondola and Cecilio Waterman are coming on for Panama in the last minutes. For Quintero and Diaz. '83rd minute. 2 subs remaining to 4. Mexico's only made 1 sub. Huh, interesting. Massive jobber, pathetic win. if it remains like this for Mexico. I agree. 4-4-2. Yeah, that's not the case. Chicago 2, 5-2. Conte 2. Al-Ittihad is confirmed. But Canada's lineup is also just as good, if not better. And you don't have Berhalter, you have BJ Callahan, which isn't much different or better. So if it goes south, it goes south. Herdman will out-tactic Callahan. Cross in. I'm not saying that makes us win the game, but I'm going to say that makes me feel a lot better. If Herdman could out-tactic tactical genius Berhalter, just imagine what he'll do to BJ Callahan. Operation Save Guatemala. Get Hadema to go back with Davies to distract him. I mean, 85th minute. It's not a bad plan. If you really wanted to be honest about it. That's not. Problem is it won't happen, but. '85th minute, 5 minutes to go plus stoppage time. Panama, doesn't matter, gets blocked anyway. That'll be a goal kick offside. But yeah, that was definitely going to get called offside. Damn, they're quick on the trigger with the freaking flags. A lot of USMNT players are playing like shit in Europe while Mexico's players are doing better. But when it comes to the national team, Mexican players become jobbers. Honestly, I want to see how Callahan responds to John Herdman. Hopefully he passes the test, unlike Greg. He makes John Herdman look like a great coach. But John Herdman also looked like a great coach against every other coach in CONCACAF and almost out-coached Roberto Martinez. So I have a feeling we'll be just fine. No disrespect to BJ Callahan, but you don't need tactics to beat Mexico with the way Mexico's playing and how your players are going to outplay or play tough against Mexico. Now's where the rubber meets the road. You need tactics against Canada, because if you don't, you will be eaten alive. We're going to find out how tactically adept he is, or tactically inept he is. We're going to find out. That'll be interesting. Luis Chavez. At least Anthony Hudson, I'm like, yeah, tactically, the U.S. still could have the advantage. Callahan, no. If they do, let's put it like this. If Callahan figures something out, good for them. It would surprise me, but good for them. Henry Martin coming on for Santi Jimenez, 87th minute. But I'm just saying. Be interesting to see. 87th minute. And that was 4 years ago. I know, crazy, but that was just 4 years ago. That was 4 years ago. 88th minute. Over the top. Mexico fell hard so fast. This is true. '88th minute. 2 minutes plus stoppage time. here between Panama and Mexico. Two Cincy, 2-1 New England 2. That's crazy. 89th minute. Headed forward. Mexico to go forward. If they score, they put this one away. If Panama scores, we go to penalties. Mexico slightly earning that third place, or slightly, well, yeah, I guess earning would be the word. Slightly earning that third place so far with a minute to go. Headed away by Panama. One early goal might have just put Panama behind the 8 ball. 1 minute to go. Plus stoppage time. But of regular time, of the time we know, it's 1 minute. I'd say probably about 3 or 4 minutes of stoppage time. But that's my guess. Playing forward. That's a foul. A horrible foul at that, but into the 90th minute, that'll be a free kick. God have mercy for Mexico in Gold Cup unless they somehow wake up. They're not. Like you actually think they are. Yeah, sure. Miller gets a yellow card. Free kick here going into stoppage time. 11 seconds into stoppage time. How much do we get? Five minutes of stoppage time. I want to see if Mexico celebrates this like it's a freaking trophy, or if they just, it's like, okay, good work. We did our job. We did whatever our job was supposed to be today. Well, it wasn't supposed to be this, but you know what I mean. I could honestly see the Canada-USA meeting in the Gold Cup since Mexico is not getting their act together. And Coca's probably not going to get fired, and FMF, unless FMF have brains. Well, we shall see. 4 minutes to go. Mexico, can they hold on, or will we go to penalties? Will Panama finally find that goal that they should have had already? Or will Mexico hold on by the skin of their teeth and with some referee help? 2 minutes in, getting to the halfway mark of stoppage time. Mexico has a chance. Cleared. Beautiful clearance by Panama. Well, there you go. Throw in here. Playing forward, halfway through stoppage time. 2.5 more minutes. Canada. Fubar benched. Oh, yep, he is on the bench. Two minutes to go. Yeah, but those generations had way more talent than this generation. Welch for Karaskia with 2 minutes to go. See how that plays out. Minute and a half to go. Headed away. Perfect. Panama to play forward. Mexico looks like they will get the third place spot in CONCACAF Nations League. If they score here, they certainly will. Shot blocked. Orbelin Pineda shot blocked. Headed on. Mexico's trying to put that last dagger into Panama's chances. 1 minute to go. Will it be a race against time, or will Mexico get that one situation? Welch to play forward. Cross in. That's out for a goal kick for Ochoa. 30 seconds to go. Rodriguez coming on for Antuna. Rodriguez for Antuna. With 10 seconds to go. Antuna gets booed as he gets subbed out. I'm not surprised. Goal kick taken, and the whistle is blown. Mexico wins the third place matchup. Mexico, the third place finishers of the CONCACAF Nations League. 0-1, 0-1 for Mexico. Jobber third place. Panama fourth, Mexico third. I exactly called it so far. So both semifinals correct, third place correct, and the fourth and third place finishers correct for me. Let's see if I can get the final and second and first correct. We'll find out. With that being said, sit tight. We'll be ready. With that being said, I'll be back in the next 25 minutes to be live for Canada versus USA, the Nations League final. I'll see you then. If you like the stream, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribe. Send super chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put us in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. Again, I'll see you within the next 25 minutes. And we'll get this going for Canada versus USA. The game that actually matters. I've been waiting all day for Sunday night, and we're here. See you in a bit. I'm Ryan, and I'm out. Peace.